So let's talk about rising dampness in this situation. So you see what is happening here. The person has painted his damp wall with the damp-proof material. And if you can see clearly, you can see that the dampness has risen all the way above. This is about 5 or 6 feet level. The reason being that, why is it that after painting the wall with the damp-proof material, the dampness has risen above it? The thing is that damp walls do evaporate, and some of these materials, dampness materials, they serve as a membrane after painting it, and does not allow the walls to evaporate. It does not allow the moisture to evaporate into the atmosphere. The reason being that it traps the moisture in the wall, so the moisture will find its way up to where it can escape from the walls, because when the humidity changes, you know that the air extract water into the atmosphere from anything that is exposed to air. So when the humidity changes, this is what happens to the wall. So in most cases, when even you lay tiles, let's say for example up to this level, or for example what is happening here, and then you lay tiles up to this place, or paint the bitumen family coating or the damp-proof materials up to this level, you are trapping the moisture in the wall. So by time it will rise, and then to a point where it can evaporate into the atmosphere. So in most cases, that is why sometimes when you see people painting with this family of damp-proof materials, it will take time before blistering will start occurring. So this one has painted. So afterwards, you can see that the blistering has started, and now the material will now lose bond with the wall. So in most of my past videos, I did mention that when you build a weak wall and you are thinking that you are painting some of these things, the walls is supposed to hold the bitumen. You can see that the whole this thing is hollow. So it has losing bond with the wall, because the wall will not blister. You get the point. So when the wall blister, it will now lose bond with it. But first, until the water will rise above the level that it initially was, and then be evaporating into the atmosphere. And let me give you this reason. Some of the damp-proof graviatos also, what they do is that they use solute material such as polystyrene, and then they dip it into solvents such as turpentine, petrol, that family, that solvent, to create that homogeneous products or homogeneous solutions that act as a membrane, and then they mix it with the graviato. So what happened afterwards is that when you paint your walls with it, then let me show you something here. So you see it here. So when they mix it with the graviato, they call it damp-proof graviato. So it becomes like a rubber. That is how those solutions act. So you can see that the rubber is like a rubber coating. You can see the graviato like a rubber coating. And the other materials that we use to mix with it, that is the home charm family of products. So when that happens also, you can see, then it is you are trapping the moisture from evaporating from the walls whenever it absorbs the water. So by time, it will lose bond with the walls. So in most of my videos, I said do not build a weak structure, because of graviato and some of these products, 18 liter is about 1,500. So that 1,500, which is almost, let's say, 15 bag of cement, why don't you add it to when you are doing your work, to get a good grade that can withstand the rising dampness, your C30 grade? Because that 18 liters or 18 liter bucket can cover just about 5 square meters. So add that amount to it, to your add that amount to your estimates or add it to the cement bags to get a good grade, C30, C25 grade that can withstand the rising dampness. People are building, when you go to a dam, people are building in the river. So this is just something that I want to talk about. In my subsequent videos, I will still talk about more and more of the issues so that we can understand it. Thank you.